Hey everybody, it's Jess, and today we're going to be making a homemade apple pie from scratch. I just made this for Friendsgiving and everybody loved it, so I want to make it again in case you want to share this with your loved ones for Christmas, Friendsmas, or whatever holiday event you have going on. Okay, so let's get started. How many apples are you going to need, you ask? You're going to need about 6 or 7 of them. I'm going to peel them, I'm going to cut them, and you are going to slice them thinly. So I have Sal peeling these off screen now, and all I'm going to do is just take off the core. Once I do that, I'm going to take the seeds out. Okay, and you just want to make sure that you're cutting these super thin. And that's it. And then I'm just putting them in a really large bowl. Okay, now that I have all my apples nice and cut, about 6 to 7, I am going to pour 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon into them so that they're all nicely coated. I'm gonna add a little bit at a time, and I'm using a glove just because I don't like things under my nails. We were at the Christmas parade yesterday, and I cannot tell you how many people on floats and kids were just yelling 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. The brain rot is like really real, huh? And I do put the cinnamon in little batches just because I think it helps with the coating, making sure that everything gets coated nice and evenly, or as much as possible, obviously. And in this process, I'm breaking some of the apples, and that's fine. It's no big deal. All right, it's gonna look like that, nice and coated. Now I'm gonna move this to the side. Okay, so I'm going to have Sal make the sauce. You're gonna get a medium saucepan. We're gonna start off by adding some butter in there. We're gonna melt 8 tablespoons of butter. We're going to add 3 tablespoons of flour. Once that's all nice and mixed in there and simmering just a little bit, we're going to add 1 cup of sugar and 1/4 cup of water. And yeah, that's basically how you make the sauce. Then we're gonna add the sauce to the apples we just coated, and then we're just gonna show you guys how we put it all together. So we have our apples coated, we have our sauce ready, and now we're just going to combine them together, but I'm gonna need a little bit of help with this.
I guess.
Wow. Okay. Okay, stop.
I'm trying my best, Captain.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, mix these all in here, make sure they're nice and coated. So once you mix all that together, your filling's ready to go. So the other day we made these easy pie crusts, and if you wanna see how to make them yourself, go ahead and check out the video here. All right, so now I'm gonna have my muscle come in and help me roll these out because they have been in the fridge for a while. They are pretty hard, at least for me. So I have the flour out here. He's gonna come in with the rolling pin, and he's gonna get to what? Get to rolling?
Get to rolling. Okay. Get a little bit of flour going like this. You want kind of like want to coat it because it's like solid. This is a solid ball.
Okay, while he's doing that, I'm gonna go grab our 9-inch pie pan. Okay, so here's our pie pan. It's about 9 inches diameter, and we are gonna use this. It's pretty deep. It's my favorite.
All right, so now that I rolled it out, Jess is gonna help me put it in the pie container. Okay, so my job is to roll it out. It's Jess's job to make it pretty. So she takes care of that portion.
Okay, and now that we have our pie crust in our dish, we're gonna go ahead and put our apples in here. Oh, that looks really good. Okay. What are you doing off screen?
I'm licking the bowl.
Licking the bowl. Of course you are.
I was just gonna set it down, but then I was like, can't let this go
You're
to waste.
the leftovers. So I kind of mounded it towards the center. You can't really see, but there's just a little bit of a top here. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut our leftover dough into long strips so that we can make our lasso crust. We're gonna go ahead and use our handy dandy spatula. You're gonna wanna make these as even as possible. As you can see, And now I'm gonna go ahead and start making the crust, making it lasso, and Sal's going to help me with that. So right down the middle. Remind me how we typically do it. We do it like this, huh?
I think we spread out one side all the way, like through all of its pieces, and then we start building the crisscross.
Okay, now I'm just gonna go ahead and cut some of this off. Some people tuck it in. I just cut it off. And that's it. That's our pie. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and stick it in the oven. We're gonna do 425 for 15 minutes, and then we're gonna bring it back down to 350 for 45 minutes or until it is bubbling here. Something else you can do is if you kind of overfill this, you can put a pan underneath it just in case it does kind of start pouring over and it starts dripping into your oven. You make sure you wanna have that pan underneath so it drips in the pan and not on your actual oven. All right, and we'll show you guys the results when it's ready.